Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day, y'all. Even on a Saturday afternoon at 2:43 p.m. every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. We have a good one today, y'all. So we are talking about the dynamic duo, the tag team of Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. Now, and I'm going to say this with a caveat. Obviously, this is Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, celebrating the three-time national champions, okay? And I'm going to be talking about the Gamecocks whenever they play a basketball game in the WNBA. Okay, then so I have to temper my biases of players that went head to head, team to team in college basketball, because that stuff don't matter no more in the WNBA. So if I revisit a little bit how I felt when Angel Reese and Camila Cardozo was drafted to the same team, I felt some type of way about it. Okay, but I found myself following that game last night because it wasn't on TV. Okay, so I had to follow it along on my iPad, seeing what was going on. But I was watching the Indiana Fever versus the Dallas Wings play last night because our own Aliyah Boston, our own Victoria Saxton was playing against the Dallas Wings, which brings me to this point. Aliyah Boston was the number one pick in last year's WNBA draft. Sensational player. This year, Caitlin Clark from Iowa was the number one pick in the WNBA draft. So if I'm going to follow Aliyah Boston, I have to follow Caitlin Clark, right? That makes sense. So I have to temper a lot of the thoughts that I had covering the Gamecocks, because I found myself last night cheering for Caitlin Clark. I never thought that would happen. I would cheer for Caitlin Clark shooting a basketball or passing the ball to Aliyah Boston. Never thought that would happen in my lifetime, but it has happened. It happened last night. So now I found myself talking about Caitlin Clark in a glowing light, which is something I thought I'd never do. But I gotta say this right here. I'm never gonna change anything I said about Caitlin Clark, about Angel Reese, about any basketball player that played against the South Kakalaki Gamecocks. Never gonna change anything I said. I'm just gonna tell the truth. And the truth is, Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark form a dynamic duo, a Wonder Twins power that is so special for the future of the WNBA. Not the future of the Indiana Fever. I'm going beyond that. For the future of the WNBA. Because they have back-to-back number one picks. Now, if you have back-to-back number one picks, that means you're not a good basketball team. Let's begin with that. But they have a strong foundation with our very own queen, Aliyah Boston, and Caitlin Clark. And it's something special to see. It is. It is special to see. Now, it was a preseason game, but it didn't seem like a preseason game. It seemed more like a regular season game. It really did. It was tightly contested. It was chippy. It was physical. All the things I like in basketball. Because ironically enough, the game was being played the same time an NBA game was being played. I don't even remember the teams that was playing in the NBA. I don't even remember. But I do know when I turned off my league pass after the game was over and I turned to NBA, I was like, oh, gosh, here we go. Saw no defense. Saw no chippiness. I just saw just up and down, up and down. That's all I saw. It was a big difference between watching the WNBA and watching the NBA. And I've been an NBA head for a long, long time, right? But I enjoyed the WNBA product more last night than I did with the NBA playoffs. Just saying I did. And I enjoy watching the WNBA more than watching the NBA. But I digress. We'll talk about that another time. Aliyah Boston played 31 minutes. Okay? 31 minutes. Looked in phenomenal shape. Phenomenal shape. She is looking like a star that she is. Rookie of the year last year. Hopefully she'll make the Olympic team this summer. Had 8 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, doing what she does. That is essentially what Aliyah Boston does. Played really good defense. And Dallas Wings got a whole lot of size up on that piece. Tierra McCowan, y'all remember her? Gamecock fans, y'all remember Tierra McCowan? I do. I definitely remember the 6'7" Tierra McCowan played with Mississippi State. I remember her. She looked like she got bigger. I was like, what in the hell? She looked like she grew. And she was a first-round pick, number 3 overall in 2019. So with the WNBA, so much talent, so much experience, so many players trying to make the league, and you're going to have a lot of dreams crushed today. Some of these teams will be making their roster smaller, because they got to get down to 12. Some of these teams only playing 1 preseason game, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Dallas only playing one preseason game. That's it. 1 preseason game, then it start the regular season. Indiana playing 2 preseason games, and then they start the regular season. It's really tough. It's really tough. Aliyah Boston got a little foul trouble last night. She finished with 3 fouls, but she got a little foul trouble trying to guard a 6'7" beast from Mississippi State. They tried to. Caitlin Clark played 28 minutes. Shot 6 for 15 from the field. That's about 40%. That's a solid field goal percentage. Shot 13 threes. Now she's gonna light it up. She's gonna shoot it. And I did not expect Indiana to let her shoot the ball that many damn times. I really didn't. I did not expect her to shoot those 13 threes. Now, some of those 3-pointers, much like in college, was some bad 3-pointers. But there were some bad shots. But 5 of them went in. So you shooting 5 for 13 from 3-point line in your first preseason game, I got to give you props. Now, I do not expect whatsoever that she's going to have the green light to be shooting that many threes per basketball game. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be better defense guarding Caitlin Clark going forward because this was a preseason game. But despite that, 21 points in a professional basketball game. Okay, so what I saw from Caitlin Clark was turnovers. Now, national media ain't gonna talk about turnovers because turnovers don't stir the pot for likes or whatever, right? Caitlin Clark led college basketball in turnovers this past season, right? She has the ball in her hands a lot. Her usage rate was, I think, 3rd highest in college basketball behind Juju, who's first. So you're going to get a lot of turnovers if you handle the ball that much, right? Well, last night, she was not the primary ball handler. I have to check the usage rate, but she still had 5 turnovers and 2 assists. This is definitely something that she got to pick up on, have to improve. Because if you're not taking care of the ball in professional basketball, there's going to be a problem. There's going to be a problem. But all in all, 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Like I said, 5 turnovers, 4 fouls. Some of them was a couple of bad fouls, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. It was good. It was really good. But Indiana overall, it's really hard to judge how good of a team going to be in the actual regular season when you're talking about a preseason game. I think Indiana will play tough. I think they will be led by Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. And I say that first because Aliyah Boston is the best player on the team. Make no mistake about it. Aliyah Boston is the best basketball player on the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark is a good basketball player. Really good basketball player. But Aliyah Boston is her. Okay? So, Aliyah Boston was 4 for 10. She missed some chippies last night. She really did. She missed a couple of chippies that she normally would hit, but she still almost finished with a double-double and 2 block shots and only 1 turnover. She had 2 assists. 2 assists and 1 turnover. The power forward / center for Indiana Fever should not be having the same assist total as the sensation of Caitlin Clark. Okay? It shouldn't be, but it is, or it was. There's going to be some stuff to watch in this basketball game or this basketball team in the future. Because like I said before, if Aliyah Boston is playing on any team, I will be watching. Victoria Saxton got some run last night. She only played 5 minutes. Only played 5 minutes and got an assist, a couple of block shots. My fear is Victoria Saxton not making this basketball team. That is my fear. Because she was way down the line on the bench. And she only got 5 minutes of play. Okay? That is my fear. I would love for her to make the squad. But 5 minutes is just 5 minutes, you know? And they play, 5, 10, play 12 players? 12 players last night. A couple of players are, out with injury. I hope she makes it. I really do. I hope she makes it. And that'll be two Gamecocks in Indiana Fever. And they have a lot of talent, though. They have a lot of talent. I was very impressed with Celeste Taylor, Ohio State. I was very impressed with her. She got a lot of skills. She had a lot of skills at Ohio State anyway. Very impressed with her. Who stole the show to me in this basketball game wasn't playing for South Carolina or Iowa or anybody. It was a young lady, Jaylen Brown. I didn't know who Jaylen Brown was going into the basketball game. But she showed me that she belonged. Showed me she belonged. 6'1" guard, played a sensational basketball game last night. I don't think she got enough love because it was on the Caitlin Clark Love Fest last night, even though it was a Dallas Wings game. Not sure what planet where the home team and the Dallas Wings, their broadcast crew, which featured out one of the dopest players who ever bounced the basketball in Cheryl Swoops, would be infatuated with the visiting team. It really blew my mind. It really did. Especially when you have a player who showed up and showed out, who went through so much turmoil in Jaylen Brown to get to the league. 30 minutes, 7 for 15, 3 for 7 from 3-point line, 21 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover. That is sensational for a basketball player who had a multitude of injuries and played overseas and made her debut and showed up and showed out. There was a lot of focus on Arike. I can't say her name. Last day, I can't say it. But, and I mentioned this before, last year. I talked about last year. I like Arike. I really do. She hit the game-winning shot last night. But I'm telling you this right here. Arike be doing some shots that I don't think she should be shooting. She really do. She really do. She be shooting some shots. I'm like, what in the world? Why did she take that shot? And last night, she did not shoot the ball very well. She was 9 for 24. And y'all do that math, 9 for 24, and that country math that I know, that is not a good percentage of shooting the basketball. 9 for 24, 1 for 7 for the 3-point line. It was a whole lot of shots that should not have went up for Arike. But she hit the game winner, so I guess it's cool. But you shoot the ball 24 times and you only end up with 19 points, there's a problem in that matrix math. I'm telling you, there's a problem. It really is. You know who played good? J.C. Sheldon. She balled out. She only played 13 minutes, but she made the most of those 13 minutes. Ohio State had 2 players playing. And J.C. Sheldon's fifth ranked pick in the draft in the first round. She gonna make the team. That girl can ball. It's really cool. Because I ain't never covered no WNBA. Never talked about it. Well, I ain't only having a show for 1 year, but I didn't talk about WNBA last year. So it's cool learning these players and watching these players on top of, talking about the Gamecocks. Because when you are in that situation where you turn on the television and you turn it, because you got a lot of fans who are just going to see Caitlin Clark, which is great, which is cool. And so you bring in the bandwagon fans along. That's great. But you turn on that show, your TV program, like the old folks say, we're going to turn on the TV program. So you turn on the TV program and you turn in to see Caitlin Clark because everybody talking about Caitlin Clark, right? So you see Caitlin Clark and then you turn around and you see other great talents in women's basketball. So if you did, like fans, like real basketball fans know about Aliyah Boston. They know about Aliyah Boston. But now you got the Sun-timey fans who just coming along the board because it's trendy right now to talk about WNBA and women's basketball. So they turn on the television program to watch Caitlin Clark, and it's oh snap! Aliyah Boston can play. She can play. Whoa! Who this girl right here? Oh, she played for South Carolina. Oh, she played for Dawn Staley, right? Oh, she legit. Oh, they turn on, they keep on going like, who this girl? Who this guy is? Who she be? Oh, then you read about a story. Like, oh, snap. She had multiple injuries. Fought hard to get to the W for a chance. And now she got a chance. So now you become a follower of an Aliyah Boston. You become a follower of a Jaylen Brown. Who that chick who hit that winning shot? Oh, Enrique. She had a winning shot. Oh, yeah, I remember she had a winning shot in college basketball. Oh, by the way, she played. She also was on the Dancing with the Stars. Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. So you get those casual fans who like basketball, but you reel them in watching the game to see Caitlin Clark. So Caitlin Clark is a main attraction. The main attraction, just like she was in college basketball. So you tune her into college basketball, especially for the final game. For the national championship, right? You tune in to see Caitlin Clark. Almost 19 million people, 18.9 million people tune in to see Caitlin Clark, right? That's what they tell you. That's what the media say. We're going to tune in to see Caitlin Clark, even though Gayle King got caught up in that mess interviewing Dawn Staley. And I'm still pissed off about that. But you still tune in to see her. And by the way of watching Caitlin Clark, you see somebody named Raven Johnson guarding her. And you say, oh, who this girl right here? Oh, she from ATL. She went through a lot. Tore her ACL, came back. Oh, she was the one they was talking about this revenge tour. Oh, she was the one who Caitlin Clark waved off the year before. Oh, that girl really good. That girl can play some defense. So you watch the main attraction, but you end up falling in love with the supporting cast, right? So you get more viewers. I don't know what the numbers is. I really don't know what the numbers is for the game last night. Don't have no idea what numbers was going to be. But I'm sure it did great because he had especially when you had the discourse with Chicago Sky and Minnesota not being on League Pass, and League Pass came out and said a reason why, because of a baseball game and got rescheduled, and all this, that, and third, and Bally Sports, and all this. I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to see how the sausage is made. I just want to eat sausage. I don't want to hear all that, but it's right here. I just want to consume WNBA. And so I was upset because I didn't have an opportunity to see Camila Cardoza and Angel Reese debut. I was upset about that. I didn't get the opportunity to see Ashlyn Watkins, for her debut. I didn't see those things. And today, you got Atlanta. You got two more games. Atlanta Dream at 1:00. Hopefully y'all saw that or was watching it. It's still going on. Atlanta Dream and the Mystics. And I'll go back after I get off there and go back and watch that game. And then tonight at 9:30 on the West Coast, you got the Sparks playing the Seattle Storm. So, and Gamecocks are on I mean, you got on Atlanta Dream. Well, shoot, you got Alicia Gray. You got Letitia Me here. You got Henny. You got so many players on the Atlanta Dream. And for the Sparks, you got Zaya Cook. Come on now. Zaya Cook, 9:30. Yo, Cameron Brink. I'm a Cameron Brink fan. You know, it's gonna be nice. And we can talk about, you know, with Seattle. Seattle has multiple Gamecocks trying to make that roster. Multiple. You know, and if you're tuning in to that game at 9:30, or if you have WNBA League Pass, you can watch it later on. But as far as the Seattle Storm, you can tune in. You can see, Atlanta Coach won a WNBA title last year, won a college title for the three-time national champions. You know, and Kayla Davis, remember her? If you're not a new fan of women's college basketball and specifically the South Carolina Gamecocks, you remember Kayla Davis, who came over and transfer portal along with Alicia Gray. Helped win that title in 2017. She played for the Seattle Storm, trying to make that squad. So you got multiple players, and you just gotta consume it as you do. But support the sport. Support the sport and support the Gamecocks. It really means a lot. But again, I was upset about the WNBA, I can't say I was upset about the WNBA because it was a multitude of things that went on with that situation. Just get it right. Just get it right. You got a whole lot of fans who want to watch the sport. I'm one of them. I paid my money for League Pass. If I pay my money for League Pass, I need to be able to watch every single game WNBA plays. Every one of them when I want to. All the semantics of television deals and this sport and I don't know about that. Don't want to care. I don't want to hear nothing about that mess. Don't hear nothing about that. I haven't checked the schedule for Tuesday to see if I can see my Chicago Sky. Did I just say my Chicago Sky? Did I just choose a WNBA team? Was that a fraudulent slip by your man, Captain Will? Did I just say my Chicago Sky? I think I inabruptly chose a WNBA team on the second day of the season. My Chicago Sky. I'm going to see how that goes. So if I can see my Chicago Sky on Tuesday at 8 o'clock p.m. and see me some Camila Cardozo and see some Angel Reese, then we got a good time. Playing New York Liberty, that's some good basketball. Some good basketball. And then at 10 o'clock, Seattle again and the Mercury and Mercury. Oh, come on. Kiki trying to make that squad. Kiki, our own Kiki, man. Kiki trying to make that Phoenix Mercury squad. So many great players. And this is the thing. My parents came up to visit me up in Charlotte. Visit me and my wife up in Charlotte. Last night, first time my folks actually watched the WNBA game. First time. And they were enthralled. They were caught up. They enjoyed it. It's a really good production of quality basketball played by the best players in the world. Best players in the world. And it's really cool. Now, my daddy, an old school NBA head. You know what I'm saying? But he was watching WNBA. Who would have thought that? But now it's a new audience, y'all. That's why these girls got to get paid. It's a brand new audience. Make the most of it. Let's go through some of these comments. Got 57 comments on a Saturday afternoon, y'all. A Saturday afternoon. Let's see what it is. Darnell Bailey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Shakim, what's up, my guy? I think CC is overrated. And her defense subpar. Handles aren't that good. She needs to improve. You said a lot right there. You said a lot on that end right there. And I ain't, I'm not a part. I'm not. So Shakim, you're messing with me. I know you're messing with me because you're gonna make me talk about Caitlin Clark. But I have to talk about Caitlin Clark. We will see. We will see how Caitlin Clark matriculates through this rookie season. We will see. Those are things that we will adjust fire if need be. Okay. I think she's a really, really good scorer of the basketball. I said that in college. She's an excellent scorer. Excellent scorer. But she's a volume scorer. So she's going to take a bunch of shots that don't need to be took. She's going to shoot you in the game or shoot you out the game. That's what happens with Caitlin Clark. Now, what we saw last night was a lot of shots taken from long range in the game. You know, someone, like I said, when someone went in. But what I did not see is easy baskets by Clark. I didn't see her drive past people like she did in college. I didn't see that stuff. I saw that they did a lot of because we know as Carolina fans, we know that she pushes off. She used that, she push off, get a little space, and shoot the ball. They called that last night. That was an occasion where she pushed off, and I want to say J.C. Sheldon grabbed the arm. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting. A defense, yeah, I've said that a defense was treacherous in college basketball. So that has to improve. So, and I was trying to explain to my dad last night, I was like, hey, she can score the basketball. She can do that, but she got to defend on the other end. She got to defend on the other end, and she got to, like, because it's cool. You get that shot on the other end, but you play half defense on the other side and you give up a basket. What are we talking about right here? You know what I'm saying? So that stuff got to improve. Darnell Bella, tell the truth. Darnell Bella said, I still can't stand Clark fans. William Cabral said, Indiana needs a coach. You know what, William? You know, I can't make a comment on that because it's just the first game, and I didn't. And I'm truth be told, I didn't watch much of the Indiana Fever last year. I didn't, but I will be watching every single game this season, every single game. So I will hold my comments until later when I see more Indiana Fever games. Robert, I believe Caitlin Clark is going to be a very good for Aliyah Boston. Also love, Alicia Smith, Caitlin. Yeah. Alicia Smith, she balled out too. She did. Caitlin Clark is a great, talented basketball player. I think they got a good young core. They won't be having the number one pick next year. That's for sure. And if they could build something like the Las Vegas Aces did over time, acquiring talent, then they have something to work with. It's something to watch. Just something to watch. Shakim, AB can play, but CC isn't what everyone thinks she is. She can get cooked by guards like Enrique. Did you see what Enrique did to that Fever guard? CC's offense without her just ain't good. Well, I mean, Enrique had a good play. She did. She had a good play, but Enrique played bad. Make no mistake about that. Enrique did not play a good basketball game last night. She made the winning shot. If she wouldn't have hit that shot, she would have been 9 for 23 8 for 24 tells me that 8 for 24 for a game is 33% from the field. Okay? That's terrible. That's terrible. That goes back to a whole lot of comments when it was talking about one of my favorite player on the Gamecocks, Raven Johnson, was talking about she couldn't shoot. Not this year. The year before. So Raven can't shoot. Raven can't shoot. Well, 33% for a basketball game, that's bad. So she hit that shot. That's awesome. But a lot of them shots that she shot last night were not no good basketball shots now. Come on, let's keep it real now. Captain Will, on my WNBA League Pass, the game was not on Indiana and Dallas. That's odd. Robert Whitaker, Boston might be overrated. I don't know what you what does. Let me take a sip. I don't know what overrated means in terms of Leah Boston. Leah Boston was an amazing player in college. She was the rookie of the year last year. She made the All-Star team as a rookie. She is a candidate for making Team USA Olympic team to go to Paris. So if that's overrated, my brother, let me be overrated. Let me be overrated. I'm telling you. Robert Minnick, yes, I remember. Watch her, Mississippi State, and Morgan Williams. Yeah, that little Morgan Williams hit that shot Little bitty. Yeah, there was some back and forth for Gamecocks and Mississippi State. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember that right there. Shakim, Boston needs to switch positions. She's too small for a 5, but she has the talent. She needs to translate the game to the 4. Well, Indiana don't even play a 5. They play 2 forwards and 3 guards. You know, so they don't have a center. They play a 6'5" player and they play a 6'4" player and 3 guards. So she's not playing center per se. Indiana spreads the court, spreads the thing out, you know, and they're going to create space for their guards. That is to me, what they do. Ain't always going against no 6'7" beasts like Tierra, you know, and she still had 8 points, 8 rebounds. So without bigs, they have to get the ball. So what you're seeing with Indiana is the opposite of what happens at our own Carolina team. Indiana is a outside in type basketball team. South Carolina's a inside out. So she's not going to get as many opportunities. 31 minutes, 10 shots. That's all she got. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to the guards to get the ball to their best player. And Aliyah Boston is the best player. So a whole lot of these 3-pointers that this young lady shot last night should have been going down to Aliyah Boston. That's just my take. That's all I'm saying right now. Robert Whitaker, Boston stats didn't lead to any wins last year. Yeah, they didn't lead any wins because Indiana was terrible. Indiana literally had the worst basketball roster in the WNBA. The worst. So one player does not change the likelihood of a complete roster. Think about it over here. Indiana had 1 all-star who was a rookie. 1. A team like Las Vegas had what, 4? That's what you're competing with, my guy. If you don't have talent on a team, it's difficult. If Aliyah Boston wasn't on the team, because there's a reason why you are number 1 pick, why you picking number 1. If you're picking number 1, that means your team is horrible. My team is the Charlotte Hornets. We picking number 3 out of 30 basketball teams because the Charlotte Hornets are horrible. My team is the Washington Commanders. Out of 32 football teams, the Washington Commanders selected number 2. That means that we are a horrible basketball team. And ain't no one player coming to Charlotte going to change the trajectory of the NBA, their team. It don't happen. You got to increase the whole talent. Think about this right here. Las Vegas Aces. Okay? Las Vegas Aces. Before Aliyah Boston, before Aja Wilson arrived in Las Vegas, because remember, she wasn't even drafted by Las Vegas. I think it was San Antonio, whatever team, then they moved over to Las Vegas. They were a horrible team. That's why they picked number 1. And then the next year, they got a really solid pick. Then the next year, they got a really solid pick. So you continue to stack talent on top of talent. So this year right here, you added a Caitlin Clark, the talent of a Caitlin Clark. Now next year, I definitely ain't saying that they're going to make no playoffs or anything like that. They're going to win more basketball games, but they will probably add a top 5 talent from next year's draft added to this team. They will definitely win more basketball games because of the talent of Aliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. We add more talent, we win more basketball games. They ain't making no playoffs at all. Don't get that twisted. Because their talent level ain't there. A whole lot of teams that are better in terms of roster than Anna Fever. And that's with or without Caitlin Clark. But no, when ain't no shade in no Aliyah Boston. That girl. Ain't it true now? Lots of comments. Pretty dope. Norman Cook. CC gets a shot off, but she also pushes the defender. No foul call. ESPN again spotlights her. No other players. If you don't believe, check out YouTube. I believe it. I've been rocking this for a long time. Well, not a long time, about a year. But I've been rocking this for a long time. And she does the push-off. She does. She does. She creates space. A lot. But she's still a good player. And again, I ain't never thought I'd be defending no Caitlin Clark. I'm just tripping. What multiverse am I in where I'm defending Caitlin Clark? I ain't never defending no Caitlin Clark. But she playing on the same team with Leah Bosses. I got to talk about it. You know what I mean? Cap, I saw some terrible decision making from the Fever coaching staff line. Enrique to take that last three and contested it, and was the worst mistake of many. Well, you know what, bro? This is the thing, man. Like I said before, I can't how can I say? It's preseason. It's preseason. I just say it like that. It's preseason. But it was a tightly contested game for a preseason game. And you know, for that night, I like Enrique, right? But for last night, she wasn't hitting nothing. She wasn't hitting nothing. So leaving it open wasn't a bad deal because she was missing shots horribly. You know, but she had, you know, she got the one that mattered. She did. Now during the course of the season, you know, she gonna hit more shots than she make because she's a good basketball player. But last night she went on whatsoever. You know, not at all. Antonio, yeah, Jaylen Brown balled out. She did. She showed out. She really did. I didn't know who she was, but I do now, and I'm a fan. I am definitely a fan. J Rail, Enrique always say like that. You right, man. You right. I'm more of the type that is more. I'm more efficiency versus volume. I'm always going to be more efficiency versus volume because if you make the efficient shots, you ain't got to take so many shots. You make the best basketball play, you ain't got to make the heroic play, you know? Goodness Rated Bo. I like the name. Goodness Rated Bo. She's a clutch shooter, game winner. She be hitting game winning shots since Notre Dame. Yeah, I mean, she hit some game winning shots, but she missed a whole bunch of them too. So, fam, this is what I'm asking. And this ain't no shade toward Enrique because she just had she had a bad basketball game shooting, but she hit that shot. So what people remember is that shot, not the 15 shots she missed or the 6 3-pointers that she also missed. You know, sometimes we have a little bit of revisionist history, but watching the game, she took a lot of terrible shots. I'm just saying. Though that is what I saw. She took terrible shots. And according to my J Rail said she plays like that a lot. You know, so it is what it is. Be watching her more this season. You know, I did watch her in Notre Dame. I haven't watched her a lot in the W. You know, and that's just what it is. But I'm trying to find her stats from last year so I can have some revisionists, you know. So last year, 2023, she started 40 games, played 37 minutes per game. That's a lot of minutes. Averaged 21 points. Averaged 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Was 40% from the field and 34% from 3. Yeah, that's not efficient. That's not efficient, y'all. But, you know, I'll be watching more of her so I can talk more intelligently about it. That is just what it is. My homeboy Kai from Hawaii. I'm gonna read this, right? I'm gonna read this. Homeboy Kai. CC is her. Ask AB. You haters make me sick. Cap, you are a coward. Tell the truth. Be the man I once believed you were. Every player has strengths and weaknesses. Shaking my head. Pitiful and pathetic. Every All you know what to say. I only know what to say that comment. I'm gonna read it one more time. CC is her. XAB. You haters make me sick. Cap, you are a coward. Tell the truth. Be the man I once believed you were. Every player has strengths and weaknesses. Shaking my head. Pitiful and pathetic. So, my homeboy, right? My homeboy who has an affection for Caitlin Clark. I'm gonna keep this real. I'm gonna keep it short, like this right here. I'm gonna say this, like, yo, don't watch basketball with closed eyes. Do not watch basketball with closed eyes. And what I mean by don't watching basketball with closed eyes is don't watch basketball as a fan of a player or as a team and not able to take constructive criticism about a player or a team. Don't do it. Don't do it. Because then you sound crazy. You really do. You sound crazy. And anybody with eyes know that Caitlin Clark is a volume shooter. Anybody can do that. It doesn't take away from her talent. She can shoot long threes. She can do all those good things. She is a really good basketball player. She is. But like I've been preaching to people since I've had this show, you play two sides of the court in basketball. If you are amazing on the offensive end, that is great. But if you are bad on the defensive end, what does that make you? This is why they started this thing as a two-way player in the NBA. They started that term as a two-way player. Old school cats know there was no such thing as a two-way player in the 80s, in the 90s, in the early 2000s. It was no such thing as a two-way player. What it was a basketball player. Nobody ever said that Gary Payton was a two-way player. Nobody said that Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant were two-way players. Nobody said that. What they said were they were the best basketball players because they defend on the other end while they want the best player offensively on the defensive end and then score their points on the other end. So Caitlin Clark is a really good offensive player. By far, she's a really good offensive player. But she has a lot of work to do defensively. Now, addressing the time about the coward, you're a coward or whatever the hell you said. Bruh. And this was, let me address a couple things. This is off topic a little bit, but the coward, and I take that kind of, it's like aggressive to me. Aggressive. A coward. The coward you are. Because there ain't many people out there who can walk in my shoes. I just gotta be clear about that. There ain't many people out there who can walk in my shoes. It ain't nothing about, boastful or any of those cool things. Ain't nothing like that. Nothing. I don't talk about my military career at all. Well, I do sometimes. But until you walk in my shoes, brother, never call me a coward. Ever call a brother like me a coward. Ever. Basketball or not. Ever. That's cute. That's cute. That is cute. Caitlin Clark is a good basketball player. And I wasn't even hating on Caitlin Clark at all. I tell the truth. You might not like the truth. And you might like, my homeboy from Hawaii. You might not like that. But I tell the truth. If you don't like it, that's on you, bro. That's on you. Go find another channel. Go find another channel to bloviate when you want what you want to hear. But if you come to my channel, you hear the truth about South Carolina, about basketball, and how I see it. You don't like it? Bro, go to Wales, bro. Nobody making you can log on. It's all good. It's all good. But apparently you like what you see. Apparently like you see. And last time I checked, we was cool last year. But now I'm talking about Caitlin Clark. Now you're upset. Bro, real. Come on. Get for real. You don't like it? Unsubscribe. It's cool. It's cool, man. Whatever, bro. DT, what up? What up? What up? Robert Whitaker, WNBA is bad basketball. These girls take bad shots and miss a ton of layups. I don't know. Okay. All right, bro. Robert Whitaker also said, why isn't all the games on League Pass? I have no idea. I have no idea why all the games ain't on League Pass because maybe it's a work in progress. I'm not really sure. But every game should be on League Pass. But I know last night there was some conflict that was going on with baseball and Bally Sports, and they didn't have a contract with this and that. And it just, that's why it went down. So many comments. Oh, Nolan. Great news, Cap. I'll be at the LA Seattle game tonight. That's going to be great. Yo, Nolan, send me some pictures. DM me, bro. Send me some pictures. I would love to see it. Shakim, Dawn said that Fulwiley wants to compete for a starting position. I applaud her for doing that. We need to get Bree and Raven out there, but mostly Bree, she is the worst. Oh, my God. Fulwiley is definitely a competitor. She's definitely a competitor, and I love her game. And she needs to continue that defensive intensity because early in the season, she wasn't locked in defensively. She got so much better defensively. She ended up with like a 75, almost a 76 rating defensively, which is sensational. There I go again, Kai the wine guy, talking about defense. Defense matters. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So many great comments. It's awesome. I like the love. And I like the hate. It's all good because everybody gonna have their opinion. At the end of the day, it's just about, just about basketball. Ain't about real life. You know what I'm saying? Just about basketball. And we have our opinions. Some opinions I think are wrong. But some of the opinions are right. End of the day, we're talking about women's basketball at 3:30 p.m. on a Saturday. We are literally debating a sport that is growing so fast that we can't keep up. WNBA can't keep up because they didn't expect this growth so quickly. But it's awesome. It's dope. It's amazing. And this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with your boy, Captain Will. Continue to subscribe, and tell a friend about Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, because you're not rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.